So let's talk about the fundraise, right? Like,
Yep.
you have pretty big names on your cap table. You have Hack VC, OKX Ventures, Polygon Ventures, Long Hash, and a bunch of other people, right?
Yep.
And the round that you initially started was like oversubscribed by a huge margin, right? Do you want to dive into the details? Tell everyone what that was like.
I feel very fortunate to be in this situation, first and foremost, and it definitely blew past any of our expectations. So we wanted to raise 5 million and ended up getting 14x oversubscribed. And so at some point it became comical. I was like, I'm not going to even count anymore.
Let it come in.
let it come
Just
in.
tweet out your address, wallet address, and be like, whoever wants to put in, this is the address.
Please deposit. Yeah, let me know before you do, so I confirm. No, but it's a humbling experience to some extent, because we just really hit a nerve, because this is absolutely necessary to scale blockchains, to make blockchains easy to use. And so initially we got a few term sheets and all phenomenal partners, and then when Hack kind of gave us a term sheet, then I think the floodgates started opening. Everybody was like, wait, have you heard of zero gravity? Have you done this? And then even people who said no a week before came back and said like, yo, I think we made a mistake. We need to get into this round. So it was, I don't think I've ever experienced a fundraise like this.
Yeah.
And so usually previous fundraisers have been like 2-3x oversubscribed, but this was a different level. And so again, feel super grateful. Lots of great partners as part of that, like Bankless, Delphi, many others in this round as well. So it took October, I think, is when we kicked it off. Mm-hmm. And then like early December is when like all of the hype basically came.
Yeah.
And we started closing.
Wow, that's phenomenal. Yeah. How was it different than Web 2, right? Like raising funds in Web 2 versus raising funds in Web 3. What were some things that you found that were like different?
The first thing that I noticed is well, I'll kind of take it from a high level. So the narrative really matters. Mm-hmm. Because building Web3 systems is very complex and very difficult. Mm-hmm. It's again not like what are your user metrics, like what's your revenue, like is it going up and to the right, all of that. So it was much more about how are you going to build this, why is it different, and how are you better than what's existing,
right?
And why is this necessary in the first place. And so that was much more on that level. And so painting a very clear picture, having a phenomenal team, mm-hmm. I think really cemented our position very well in the fundraise. And then the other thing that I noticed is that there's just a ton of Web3 funds. Like in Web 2, sometimes in a particular industry, there's only so many funds that are mm-hmm. investing in it. But in Web3, you just there's like fund after fund after fund coming in. I was like, I never heard of these, but they're all
problem to have.
Yeah, they're all super supportive on some aspect, whether it's like marketing or like node running or technical like diligence and support. It was just actually really exciting that there's that much energy around it, and that there's so much like contribution as well.
Sweet.
Yeah. And so the snowball effect was very different from anything I've seen in Web 2.